Hey Collective, Starseed, Lightworker, Twin Flame and Soulmates. Welcome to Lorraine Rangi's Tarot. Now just before I dive in there and pull you some cards for today, I'd just like to say I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video. Right, so let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you. Okay, Collective, let's go, let's do this. Now you were coming in with the Tower and you were coming in with Judgment here in your reading. Well, what I get here, Collective, is that these two cards together are just so major and they are just so huge here in your reading. And what it talks about there, it's coming in as your person. It's also coming in as people in their environment here. This could be friends, family, and also intimate partners here, or past partners for your person. And what I want to say and how it connects to you, because what I get here in your reading is that it's because of you here that your person is going through the Tower and they are also going through Judgment here. This is coming in as a huge regret for holding on to a past cycle, or for staying in a past way of doing things, because it kind of tells me here in your reading is that in the beginning your person didn't realize, or they didn't know, that you were the catalyst for change in this person's life. Let me put it that way. You were that opportunity here for your person to finally confront and face the truth about themselves here and their reality. But what I get here in your reading is that you made your person feel so uncomfortable here that you unsettled your person, you actually upset your person, and so the only way in which your person could deal with those kind of feelings and emotions, and even the mindset coming in here, okay, was to treat you a certain way, is what it talks about. And so what it talks about there in your reading, in terms of treating you a certain way, what it comes in as a poor mentality, a lack mentality, and a stuck mentality here. See, what I get here in your reading is that your person already was established here. So they had already built a life for themselves, but this life that they built for themselves could have had a lot of cracks in it. This foundation had many cracks in it, and so your person just kind of covered that up. But not only did your person cover it up, so did others here. And it also comes in as everything's okay. The way in which we're living, we're fine. We're living a good life here. Coming in with this Judgment card, we're following the tradition and religion. We're doing what we've been told to do here. It's coming in that way. But actually underneath all of that was a lot of negative attachments. There was a lot going on. So it was almost like there was a curtain here. Now, what it also talks about here in your reading is that when you came on the scene, it kind of woke your person, people in their environment here, and woke them up to what was truly going on, and the impact of what they were doing, this is how it's coming in, was having on their life. That's what it talks about. But there was a resistance here. There was a resistance to these changes. There was a resistance to change, or there was a resistance to change. It's like follow certain steps to create changes in their life, in your person's life and for other people as well. This is what it also talks about here in your reading. Because those two cards are huge. They're huge because it's telling me here in your reading the way in which there's these negative attachments that your person has. They still have them here, coming in with the Ten of Swords. But what the Tower card and the Judgment card is saying here in your reading is that now they recognize it, now they recognize it, now they know it here. And how that is coming in for your person and others is because you made some huge changes, is what it talks about here. You've gone through some kind of, because you dealt with all of this, because like I said, a lot of this was connected to you, but I get here in your reading, because of the way in which you made your person and people in their environment here feel, there was some kind of projection, negative projection being thrown at you here. But it's what I get here in your reading is that you actually worked through it here. Because you knew how, you knew what to do. Now what I get for your person and others here is they didn't know how to deal with it. But you're coming in with huge lessons here, difficult lessons, and the struggle is real. The struggle here is to face the truth about their own negative. That's what it talks about here. But it was so easy just to project that negative onto other people, because what it tells me here in your reading is that projecting that onto other people here, judging others, was also part of this foundation that your person and the people in their environment built. But it does come in as narcissism, and it does come in as those pessimistic attitudes here and behavior. I know it's not a nice way to say it, but that's how these cards are coming in. So the Tower's coming in here, but the Tower card is coming in as releasing the ego. That's what it's saying, surrendering the ego here. This is also about being responsible and being accountable here for what was created and what was done here. Now you are coming in with the Two of Wands, you have the Page of Swords, you also have the Queen of Wands, and you are coming in with the Page of Cups here in your reading. See, what is also bringing in this Tower moment here, see, I get here in your reading, collective, is that you went through Tower moments when it came to the Ten of Swords. But in saying that, you had to deal with your own negative here, your own negative attachments. It wasn't something that you projected onto others. However, it was the reverse when it came to others. See, it talks about here in your reading is that you actually had to go through, like I said, some kind of rebirth, some kind of transformation here in your reading, and there was a hell of a lot that you actually went through, is what it talks about here in your reading. Now, what I get here in your reading is that, see, I get here in your reading, you didn't wait for your person. Well, I get here in your reading is that you actually had to keep moving forward here. See, the obstacle and the challenge here in your reading is for your person. Here it is coming in as your person to come back towards you here. See, I kind of get here in your reading is that a lot of this transformation that you went through in terms of your own negative attachments here, your person has actually watched you go through that. They actually watched you go through. It's like you took you went through a whole new self-development here, self-worth, but you had to build it. But this building here, this reprogramming that you went through was actually on the inside here. But what it also talks about here in your reading is that it's also now on the outside of you. It comes through in your appearance, your mannerisms here is what I'm getting. Yeah, yeah. Because this Knight of Swords, what it talks about there in your reading, it's actually coming in as others. I always see that as other people. Could very well be your person here in your reading. See, what it talks about there in your reading, it's what I get here is that you, in terms of this Death card coming in, the transformation here, it also talks about here in your reading is that it's coming in as here. Well, it's coming in as a new cycle. That's what I'm getting. But you had to actually take that action here to create a new cycle. That's what it also talks about here in your reading. But this new cycle actually took everything that you had here to keep moving forward because of the Tower and the Ten of Swords. Yeah. See, it's coming in as you didn't allow what was going on, these Tower moments, the Judgment card, you didn't allow it to stop you here. You had to push through it, you had to work through it here, and you just kept moving forward. That's what it's also talking about here in your reading. But I get here in your reading is that it took everything that you had. And so, dealing with the Tower and the Ten of Swords here, the Judgment card, that was a challenge and an obstacle here. But what it also talks about here in your reading is that, well, you could very well be a challenge and an obstacle for your person at this point in time. See, it's coming in as here in your reading, it's like now your person, it's like now they appreciate you here, collective. Now they see your self-worth. It's coming in that way. They never saw that in the beginning. Here. See, the Tower card and the Judgment card is coming in as, oh, it's okay to treat people a certain way. That's what I'm getting here. Oh, it's okay to treat someone that way. It's never affected me in the past. It's never impacted on the choices, the decisions, movements that I've made. And this is not just your person here. That's how those cards are coming in here in your reading. See, the Page of Swords is coming in as someone quite foolish here. Someone who took a foolish action, someone who did something here. That's what I'm getting, and that could very well be your person. Now let's keep moving here, guys. Now you were coming in with the Five of Cups. You were coming in with the Seven of Swords, the Chariot. You also have the Two of Cups, and you are also coming in with the Seven of Cups here, guys. So we're coming in with 14, 15 is 6. It is kind of coming in as relationships here in your reading, but what it also, it's what it talks about here in your reading, you're coming in with social click here. You're also coming in with relationships that benefit you here. All of that's coming in. And, you know, there's such a big picture here, collective. So what it talks about here in your reading, it's coming in as that judgment card, that stuck mentality here, okay, that what everybody was doing was okay. Like I said in the beginning here, the relationships that they were building here, the way in which they built their relationships is what it also talks about here, because there is some kind of underhanded goings on when you're coming in with these cards. And see, like I said, here in your reading, when you got on the scene, it kind of woke people up and made them realize, like, hey, hang on, this, what we're doing isn't right. But what that actually created for a lot of people here and your person is that it made them feel uncomfortable that what they were doing wasn't right here. So this Tower card and the Judgment card was a way in which they projected that onto you. That's how your cards is coming in, because you're coming in with so many relationships happening here. There is so many people on the board. So what it also talks about here in your reading, it's coming in as, for your person, everybody has a say. Everybody has a say. So the best way in which they could deal with that here was to actually be a part of it. But now what it talks about here in your reading is that it's got so far out of control for your person as they don't know how to rein it in. Now, what's also happening here for your person is that they now realize here the impact here, how it's affected you. But more importantly here, collective, what it talks about there is the truth about you. See, the Two of Cups in your reading, what it talks about there is that the Two of Cups was a choice here for your person. Potentially it is a choice, but what your reading is also talking about here is that potentially here for your person, what it's talking about there in your reading is that it's coming in as everybody else still has a choice, or they have allowed other people to have a choice here. See, it kind of comes in as here in your reading, potentially for your person here, collective, this person is going to have so many choices here. That's what it talks about here. That the one person that they want to choose here in your reading is you, of course, but everybody else is wanting this person to carry on doing what they are doing here and living the life that they are living here. There is no, see, but what it also talks about here in your reading is that your person had the opportunity here. And this is like saying here in your reading, okay, you've got one more shot, one more chance here to get it right. See, what your reading is also talking about here is that for your person, they're just so scared of rejection, but this rejection is from you. It's rejection from their social clique here, their friends and their family. You are so different to what this person is used to here. because you're not how this person is, you're not like this person, and you're not like the people around this person. Like I said, there is a lot of negative around this person, negative attachments here. You're coming in with toxic patterns of behaving, and potentially here in your reading, what I get here is that this person hasn't made the changes yet. I do get here in your reading, yeah, there is an element where this person wants to come back towards you, but what it talks about here in your reading, collective, is that there's a fear here for your person, yeah, because your person, there is, well, it's a past pain, hurt and fear. So instead of facing it here, this neglect, abandonment and rejection, what your person does is that they project that out as a fear, but it also comes in as hate. That's what this reading is saying. Now, your advice card is the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant card here in your reading. And so what it talks about there, well, it talks about I can see it as starting over here in your reading, but it really comes down to your person here. What I get here, collective, is that you've got to dig deep and you've got to keep moving forward here. So book an image reading with me. This is coming in as you too may be stuck in a foundation as well here. You too may be stuck in a past program. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your reading, collective, and I'll catch you later.